had a I had to treat a situation with my neighbors. We didn't have an argument, but it was very close to an argument. I have been having problems with the neighbors upstairs, los vecinos de arriba, because they make a lot of noise at night, like kind of dragging furniture, hitting the floor, or um, walking on high heels. Entonces, bueno, caminan a veces con tacones o arrastran muebles o se escuchan golpes en el suelo. So, I've been treating this topic with the landlord and with the administrator of the condo where I live. Y bueno, pues se supone que hay un reglamento condominal y que no pueden hacer eso, ¿no? So I have been like trying to make my voice be heard. I don't like conflicts, no me gustan mucho bueno, no me gustan para nada los conflictos. I just want to be in peace and I want to have good relationships with everyone and I try to be friendly, but I thought this was very it was very disrespectful from them. Sí, pensé que esto quizá era algo muy que no podíamos realmente soportar. I think it was very hard to deal with. Yeah, so I'm trying to cope with the situation. Today we talked to them. Hoy hablamos con los vecinos. Bueno, de hecho fue la administradora y fuimos a hablar con ellos. So that's what we did. Yeah. And now I just hope they don't make noise. I don't like to make I don't like to make enemies. I just want to have a good relationship with everyone, but sometimes it's just impossible. I don't know why people are like this sometimes. It's very disappointing. Yes, so that's about me. I just hope they don't make noise and we can just live in peace. But okay, now it's time to start our class. Um, we are going to check the next unit. We're going to start a new unit. Okay, so one moment. Hmm. Okay, so I have some tools for you. Hay una herramienta de estos libros que son, it's directly from Cambridge. You can go to this link y este link vienen lecturas interactivas de acuerdo a la unidad. You just need to choose the book 3. Tienes que escoger el número 3. And we have some some very interesting articles that you can read. This is these books are made in collaboration with Discovery Channel. And there are some books, some things you can read. Okay, you can check this later.
They are level 3?
Yes, the level 3. and there you will have the different articles that are related to the topic. So I recommend you to explore it. And I think I have a video for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, very well. So first, this topic is about phobias. This unit, we're going to talk about phobias. I would like to ask you, do you have any phobias? You know, a phobia is an intense fear of something. Are you afraid of something, or do you have any fears? Do you have any phobias?
I try to think, but I don't have anyone.
Mm, okay, very good. I think I have a strong fear to cockroaches, maybe, but I'm more disgusted by them than really being afraid. I'm just disgusted by them. Um, I don't know. I don't have any phobias. Does any of you have any phobias? Well, we're going to check these. Moni, you have any phobias?
Yeah. Sorry.
Mhm.
um, at,
Phobia.
at the snakes,
Yes. You're
I
afraid of
don't, I can
snakes?
see snakes. I'm
Snakes.
scared.
Okay. So, yeah, that's one thing, right? I'm not afraid of snakes, but yeah, if I find a big boa from the jungle in Amazonas, well, maybe I would feel in the Amazon, I would feel very afraid. You can say I have fear of, tengo miedo de, or you can say I am afraid of, tengo miedo de. I have fear of, I'm afraid of. I have fear of, I'm afraid of. You can use both. And so we're going to check, right? I have fear of, tengo miedo de. I'm afraid of, me da miedo. You can use these, or I have, you can mention the phobia, no? For example, arachnophobia, maybe you know it. I have arachnophobia. Okay. So we're going to check now the next video some very creepy creatures. These are creepy Halloween creatures, criaturas que parecen de sacadas de Halloween. Okay, here we go.
Fish. Its velvet smooth skin lacks scales and slithers along the ocean floor. It has a skull, but no spine. Tiny holes run along the sides of its wriggling body, some for breathing and some for sliming. But its most bizarre feature is its mouth, like something out of an alien movie.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
This jawless maw is made for mincing up dead bodies. Multiple rows of sharp teeth are packed on two bony plates. With its single nostril, it picks up the sweet scent of death. A feast has arrived. It has no fins, but its paddle-like tail makes light work of swimming. The hagfish latches on, and its mouth goes to work. Flesh is ripped from the carcass and shoved down its toothy throat. Soon, it's a frenzy of multiple mincing mouths. And to keep other hungry onlookers at bay, the hagfish excrete copious amounts of slime into the water. A shy shark snap.
You know the meaning of slime? Do you know what slime means by chance?
It's like a Play-Doh, but more soft.
Yeah. Yeah, slime es como baba, pero no la baba de una persona, ¿no? Que sería saliva. Slime is like from other animals, like for example, a snail, como de un caracol. So in this case, this kind of fish, this snake, produces slime as it eats to keep other predators at bay, para que no se acerquen otros depredadores. It's really creepy.
Snatches one. But it
All right.
with his strange
We
long
have another
nose.
This
The
one looks
assassin
cute.
bug is no laughing matter.
Insecto asesino, it's called.
This freak has the ability to literally liquefy his prey. Its red color is not just for show. It's a warning to other predators. With antennae as long as his body, he sniffs out his next meal. And his needle-like beak can inflict a painful sting. Once a tasty meal has been targeted, the silent assassin grabs hold. Once he finds a soft spot, he stabs his blade-like proboscis into his victim.
Hasta me da cosa escuchar esos sonidos. It's like, I don't know, there's something to my brain.
The prey is paralyzed, and its insides begin to dissolve. The proboscis pierces the victim's gut, injecting a lethal cocktail of enzymes and digestive juices. This venomous saliva destroys everything in its path, turning its cells into soup. Once the bug puree is ready, the assassin slurps it all up, back through his deadly straw. Most bugs that feed this way have two separate tubes, one for injecting and one for sucking. But the assassin's beak acts as both syringe and siphon, which allows it to target large prey twice its own size.
Imagine they were
This
big
amphibian
size.
is a master of disguise and can hide in plain sight. It's a 7-foot.
Oh, but it's just a frog. This is not creepy to me.
White mouth, bony projections, or odontoids on the lower jaw acts like a gin trap does to secure prey. Its strike is as fast as it is
Ah,
powerful.
it eats other frogs, right?
He's
Okay.
going to have to get very close to unleash his weapons.
Eel. You know the meaning of eel? It's like a snake, but in the water. Eso significa eel, you know?
Como anguila.
Yeah, una anguila. Yes.
Repositioning himself down current of his target, he sets up an ambush. Lurking in the shadows, he waits. It's close. Breaks cover and edges closer. The snowflake eel jaw
For me, it's not creepy, and for you? Spiders.
Its good looks are enough to scare you to death. But it's its legs that are truly freaky. This bizarre arachnid not only walks on water, it can read the underwater world with its legs. Billions of tiny spikes detect vibrations on the water's surface. It can accurately judge where the movement is coming from, and even the of the pond. But this incredible spider can also breathe underwater.
But imagine you're in the river swimming or something, and you see this spider because this says it can breathe underwater.
The fish may have been scared out of the spider's hunting zone, but now they're in the shallows. The fishing spider injects paralyzing venom into the fish.
Vampire bats. There are some bats that eat fruit, for what I've heard, and there are some other bats that actually suck blood, like vampires. Hay vampiros de fruta, pero vampiros. Murciélagos de fruta, y hay murciélagos que son como vampiros, que sí absorben la sangre o comen sangre.
It can tell where the warm blood runs close to the skin, thanks to heat sensors near its nose. Dinner is served. But this vampire doesn't simply gulp down his victim's blood. There are special forces at work. With the sharpest teeth in the animal kingdom, the vampire bat gently shears away the hairs of its victim and makes a small incision in the skin. The tongue slips along the funnel-shaped bottom lip, lapping up the blood. Fine microscopic grooves line the soft tissues in the mouth. The blood flows up these narrow tubes and pours into the throat of the bat. Thanks to a local anesthetic in the bat's spit, the victim doesn't feel a thing. And a blood thinner keeps the life liquid flowing. The horse has no idea the bat is there. And the vampire feeds up to 30 minutes undisturbed. Without its blood fix every night, the bat will starve to death. But through super hearing, the vampire will recognize this horse's breathing, and tomorrow night he will return for more. Skin like glass.
Okay, well, that's creepy, right? Okay.
By this, the antlion, the spawn of the netherworld.
Oh, you know, this looks like se llama toe about toe biter. A ver cómo se llama. Big toe biter. Este se parece a este insecto, ¿no? Le llaman, creo, cucaracha de agua. En inglés es big toe biter, o the toe biter, que es el muerde dedos de los pies. Y sí puede llegar a morder y es muy doloroso su mordida. Y está en ríos, in fresh water, agua dulce, so it can be very, very painful. You know this guy, les recomiendo ver su canal. Él deja que lo muerdan todo lo que pueda hacer. Este tipo es masoquista, todo lo deja que lo muerdan. Cualquier insecto, cualquier animal, va y se expone para que lo muerda. Poor guy. Okay. Well, now that's the moment.
Imagine that these could probably be California newts, some of the other salamanders. They will inflict a bite from this. Oh boy. He just grabbed me with his front pinchers there. Gosh, that makes
These are pinchers, right? Como pinzas.
Jump. He will
Pinchers.
inflict a bite from up front that basically injects a venom into the prey and turns their insides to mush, and then they drink it up like a slushie. This is one of the most bizarre creatures that you'll ever come across, the giant water bug. All right, I'm putting him back in the water, and I'm getting my boots back on. You know, it's all fun and games, walking around, if you're out there watching. No thanks. The giant water bug? Nope, you. I'll get bit by a 50-pound alligator snapping turtle, but a giant water bug? No thanks.
Ok, bueno, no se dejó morder, ¿no? That must say something right.
Because he has the venom, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising because he always lets himself be beaten, but yeah, this is creepy. There is another that is like a scorpion spider. Tailless whip scorpion. Let me see. So you can see pictures. Estos yo los he visto aquí en México, en Oaxaca. I don't know if you've seen them. Creo que están en zonas de mucho calor. Es como una mezcla entre un escorpión y una araña. They look like this. Well, no, that's actually scorpion spider. A ver qué sale. Is this one? Have you seen this insect? The vinegarons. Ya me acordé cómo es en español. Se llaman vinagrillos. Vinegarons, vinagrillos. Se supone que porque por la cola echan un líquido que huele como a vinagre. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, never.
Yeah, it's very creepy. And they are in Mexico. Yeah, it's definitely not something you would like to see.
El siguiente video preguntando por el extraño animal, y lo que tenemos en pantallas es un gropigio, conocidos vulgarmente como vinagrillos o vinagrones, debido a que presentan unas glándulas que secretan una sustancia que está compuesta por ácido acético y ácido.
Yes, is that one. This looks similar.
Lair. The digging backwards in the sand. Once he pulls his catch into the sand, the antlion injects it with poison and digestive enzymes. It sucks out its liquefied.
It's now time for her to restore her depleted energy. Drink fresh water. Hunt.
Brittle and break easily.
You're not creepy to me. You're like pigs, right?
So brittle that when males fight, they box with their forelegs and keep their teeth out of the way. These teeth have an even more sinister twist. They will never stop growing. In old males, they can curl towards the forehead, even piercing the skull. The one
You see these guys, these are their their teeth. Well, their fangs. Fangs son los colmillos. Did you see what he was mentioning? That it's a something very interesting. Check here. They it's a something. These, you see how they're piercing his skull, right? Si ven como estos dientes perforan, como que están ahí en su cráneo, porque no son cuernos. En realidad son, que no paran de crecer y crecen tanto que les pueden perforar el cráneo, que sus propios colmillos.
twist. They will never stop growing. In old males, they can curl towards the forehead, even piercing the skull. The one thing scientists do know is that bigger males with longer fangs attract more mates. These ladies have interesting taste in partners. Imagine having to deal with a grumpy male with a tooth growing into his skull. This behemoth is the subject of myth and legend, with only a few having ever been seen in the wild. Just ahead,
Spiders. Or it's more like a tarantula. This is from the
gotcha. The sand strikers are just getting started.
That's why I don't like I don't like to swim in some places. There are some seas that the water is more blurred. El agua está más turbia. It's more dirty. Yeah, for me it's very impressive to see this. I don't know. I prefer that I can see it. Because if not, I'm afraid I would step on something and will attack me. I'm really afraid of some animals from the sea. All right. So now we're going to relate. Remember that when we talk about our fears, our phobias, we're going to use the next thing. We're going to say, for example, I'm afraid of. Tengo miedo de. Or I have fear of. Tengo miedo a. Okay, I'm afraid of es como me dan miedo. I have fear of es tengo miedo de. So let's use these expressions with the different things here. For example, number one is flying. Y diríamos, tengo miedo de volar, tengo miedo a los aviones. I'm afraid of flying, or I have fear of flying. For example, my father-in-law, he is afraid of flying, very afraid of flying. Also because he watches a lot of movies. Number two, we have heights. Please, Flor, which of these do you think is the picture? Which photo do you think is related to heights? Number two, ¿a qué foto esa se refiere? Number two, heights. Daniela, which do you think is heights, the number 2? Which picture?
El B. No, no, el deal. Es que era lo que
Heights
se
sería alturas. Heights. Alturas. So, which of these pictures do you think is heights?
la G. Bueno, el
Letter
G,
G?
letter G.
Yes. You know, I consider myself to be afraid of heights. But I would be scared of working like this. O sea, no le tengo miedo a las alturas, pero esto sí me daría miedo, ¿no? Trabajar así. I couldn't do it. So, ¿cómo diríamos tengo miedo a las alturas? Como dijimos, tenemos dos formas. Puedes decir, I'm afraid of heights. I have fear of heights. O puedes utilizar también la palabra que es acrophobia, que sería en este caso acrophobia, el miedo. Bueno, es que recordemos que una fobia es un miedo incontrolable, ¿no? Acrophobia. No, it's like the most intense. Miedo a las alturas. Okay, and Fernanda, number 3 is the dark. Which picture resembles the fear of dark? Fernanda, please. Number 3, the dark. Which picture? Oscar, which picture is related to the fear of the dark?
The picture related to fear of the dark is C. C.
Excellent. How would you say tengo miedo a la oscuridad?
I have fear of the dark, or I'm afraid of the dark.
Exactly. Thank you. This is called, if it's an uncontrollable fear, so you can call it nyctophobia. 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 Okay. Muy bien. So that's when it's very intense, like something you can't control, right? Okay. Usually I think that we were all afraid of the dark at certain point, at certain age. When I was a kid, I was very afraid of the dark. But you know, I think that you grow and you learn not to be. But I think that everyone, when we were kids, we were afraid of the dark. Y no conozco, bueno, sí, no conozco muchos adultos con miedo a la oscuridad. Okay, let's see. Next one, number 4. Elevators. Moni, which picture resembles the fear of elevators?
Is H.
H, exactly. Why do you think people may be afraid of elevators? ¿Qué crees que les dé miedo? ¿O por qué les dará miedo los elevadores? What do you think?
Estar encerrados, pero ¿cómo se diría?
Are you?
Claustrofobia.
Yes, claustrophobia. Yeah, it could be claustrophobia. Exactly. Also, agoraphobia. What is the difference? Well, claustrophobia, you know, is to be afraid of very narrow places, miedo como a lugares muy estrechos. Agoraphobia is the fear of being stuck somewhere that is nearly impossible to escape. For example, I don't know, cualquier lugar que te dé miedo quedarte atrapado. y eso a la vez produzca la ansiedad de que sería imposible escapar de esa situación, right? It's like, for example, okay, I get stuck, me quedo atrapado. It's like, I can leave, right? No me puedo ir de ahí. I need to wait for help. Me voy a necesitar esperar la ayuda, or maybe I'm afraid that it will break and I will die. So I want to escape, right? So we have, this is the claustrophobia, agoraphobia, some people experience. And I remember something that one person said, with your phobias or your fears, you're not afraid of those things. For example, si yo, por ejemplo, le tengo miedo a, no sé, la oscuridad. Bueno, en realidad no es el miedo a la oscuridad, right? You're not afraid of the dark. The dark is not what represents your fear, but is a fear of what you cannot see in the dark, sino el miedo a lo que no puedes ver en la oscuridad, right? I don't know, maybe you, anything can be. The same with acrophobia, the fear of heights. Quizá no tenemos miedo de las alturas en sí, sino obviamente del miedo a caernos de esa altura, right? So the same thing with the fear of elevators. You're not afraid of elevators, but you're afraid of getting stuck. So let's talk about what do you think triggers. Trigger es como aquello que, trigger es como, ¿saben? Trigger es como disparar, ¿no? Algo que detona el miedo, trigger. So, sorry, Oscar, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I listen trigger in like gatillo.
En gatillo, right? Exactly. So, when you can say something triggers my fear, hay ciertas cosas que, por ejemplo, detonan el miedo o detonan ansiedad. So something can trigger you and you can feel like this. In number 5, insects. Flor, which of this picture is insects? Fear of the insects. Daniela, which of these is the fear of insects?
Mm, el 10.
Ok. A, ¿verdad? A los insectos.
They, yes,
Letter A?
they're 8.
Yes. Okay. So, what do you think, Daniela, people may be afraid of insects? ¿Por qué una persona le tendría miedo a los insectos? Why? What do you think? Try to give an explanation in English.
Because the heat.
Because of the bites, por los, porque puede morder o picar.
Yes.
Yes, because if they didn't do that, right? Also, I think because of their appearance, we don't know if they're dangerous, right? I think it's something. One moment. Like, I think our primitive brain, es decir, si algo es muy feo, como que produce un rechazo, ¿no? Y los insectos, pues muchos no son, la gran mayoría son feos, ¿no? Visualmente pensamos en algo bonito y creo que jamás va a haber un insecto, ¿no? Al menos que sea, I don't know, a butterfly, una mariposa, or something like this, right? Or a firefly. But I think that we are afraid of their appearance because we don't know if they can be dangerous, right? Entonces, nuestro cerebro es más como, si es feo, es peligroso. Like, be careful, right? So, this is called entomophobia, el miedo a los insectos. So people feel anxious when they think, that's the thing about phobias. El hecho de tan solo pensar, o sea, no ni siquiera tener un insecto, pero pensar o ver una foto, una imagen de un insecto puede, it can trigger the fear or the anxiety. I'm not afraid of all the insects, but I have a special repulsion to cockroaches. I hate cockroaches with all my life. I can't deal with seeing a cockroach. I really hate them. Okay, and now we have birds. So, Oscar, which one is fear of birds?
Fear of birds are letter D.
Mm-hmm.
I have fear of birds.
Yes, really.
No, it's the
Ah,
example
yeah,
of
ah,
the.
yeah. You see,
No, I don't have any phobia, actually. I tried thinking one, but I don't get one.
okay,
I'm a fear of the of fear.
okay. We are afraid of people sometimes, right?
Yeah, maybe the dangerous people in the bus
Dangerous people.
to
Yeah,
be robbery.
yeah. That's more scary. Ujú. Esa es otra forma, ¿eh? También pueden decir I'm scared of. Tengo miedo de. I'm scared of. I'm scared of. I'm afraid of. I have fear of. That's the three ways you can say it. Okay. So let's see. In letter D, which is the fear of birds, right? This is called ornithophobia. 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 Miedo, ansiedad a las aves. But what do you think can trigger this? ¿Por qué algunas personas tendrán miedo a las aves?
I think for the sound of their wings.
Yeah. Maybe because they saw this bird. Quizá porque vieron esta ave. This is a real bird.
It seems angry.
Yeah. Look. Goliathia. Shoebill. Nombre coloquial sería shoebill. El pico zapato. Yes, I don't know, but I've heard some people who have a fear of birds. I think they said that they can attack, like they're afraid they would get in their hair, como que tienen miedo que se les enreden en el cabello o algo así, o que les jalen el cabello. I don't know. Eso es lo que he escuchado for people who are afraid of birds. Okay, which one, Money, is the fear of clowns?
Um, mm, maybe letter A.
F, exactly. The clowns? Yes, F, very well. And are you afraid of clowns or people dressed in costumes? Are you afraid of clowns?
When I was a little little girl, I was 8 years.
Mhm.
I don't like. I
Clowns?
Yes, I'm fired,
Mhm.
afraid of the clown
I see.
for the movie of eso.
It's yes. Yeah. Okay, well, that's other thing. There's people who have a fear of people who are in costumes. Okay. So this is called, if you have an excessive fear, it's called coulrophobia. Yes. It's not only for kids, also adults can have this phobia. And finally, the snakes, so will be the letter B. So you could say, I'm afraid of snakes. And it's called ophidiophobia. Ophidiophobia. Miedo a las serpientes. O fobia más bien a las serpientes. All right. So, yes, these are some of them. Some of the fears. Now we're going to check this and you tell me what fear we're talking about. Please, Fernanda, can you help me read number 1? Y vamos a ver qué miedo es. Or Flor. Or Daniela. Daniela, could you help me read, please, number 1?
I worried there might fly in the rocket and open window and scratch me, or the day mill jet ate my hair.
Here. Yes. Okay. ¿De qué crees que estemos hablando aquí? I'm worried they might fly in through an open window and scratch me, or they might get into my hair.
De
What are we
que
talking about?
voló por la ventana algo, pero una araña o
Fly.
fly,
Fly
es
is
volar.
volar.
Ajá, fly es volar.
So what are we talking about? Which of these phobias?
El el mosquito,
Is there other thing that flies? ¿Hay otra cosa que vuela?
las mariposas. Bueno, el D, pero no sé qué sea, bueno, son como palomos, ¿no? Palomas.
Yes, birds, exactly. Bueno, aquí están hablando de las aves. Tengo miedo o me preocupa que puedan volar por una ventana y rasguñarme o ponerse en mi cabello, ¿no? That's what I told you, like, they could do something to them, thinking it's their nest. Okay, so it's fear of birds. Please, can you help me read money number 2?
Yeah. I can't look out the windows of tall buildings. I get dizzy and have to sit down.
Mhm.
¿Puedo ver las opciones?
Yes, dice, no puedo ver fuera de las ventanas de edificios grandes, me mareo y me tengo que sentar.
Sería el del avión.
Ah, ese sería como flying, miedo a volar.
Nine.
Sería, ¿habrá otro?
The hikes.
The heights, exactly. Fear of heights, miedo a las alturas. Yes. Ok, ya, entonces, get dizzy es marearse. Dice, me mareo y me tengo que sentar. That's not, let's go vertigo, ¿no? El vértigo en español. So, number 3, please, Oscar, could you read it?
Yes, they're supposed to be funny, but their faces are really scary. Is it? Joking. Colorophobia, fear of the clowns.
Exactly. Very well. So, fear of the clowns. Very well. I don't know. I don't understand why some people would be afraid of them, right? But yeah, something real. Coulrophobia. Y también de las botargas, ¿no? No sé, imagínate a alguien que vea bailar al doctor Simi y le dé ahí un ataque, ¿no? De ansiedad. Yeah, it sounds funny for us, but these people suffer, right? There was a program on the TV of people who were afraid of things, and they had an obsessive, compulsive attack, or I think it's called the OCT. Well, in Spanish, we would say un TOC, que es un trastorno obsesivo compulsivo. Yeah. There were some people who were afraid of germs, for example, tenían pánico a los gérmenes o a la suciedad. And they did some things that you were like, hey, what are you doing, right? O miedo a los números impares, o miedo a, no sé, a las esquinas, miedo a, I don't know, like you would never think about it, right? Like, I don't know. Some people were like are suffering a lot, and they have like a lot of problems because their fears are so serious and so unrealistic that not many people share their opinions. Some people, I mean, I can understand, right? Okay, le tienes miedo a las arañas. Yo también le tendría miedo si tengo una araña aquí, ¿no? Pero, por ejemplo, un miedo excesivo a los gérmenes, ¿no? Son personas que realmente la pasan muy mal because they are not understood, ¿no? Es difícil de entender por qué tienes miedo obsesivo a algo, ¿no? I don't know. Okay, number 4, please. Can you read, Daniela, number 4?
I always take the stairs.
Siempre tomo las escaleras. I always take the stairs. Si alguien siempre toma las escaleras, ¿qué miedo tendrá?
Ninguno.
What do you think?
Puedes subirle tantito a los.
This person always take the stairs to avoid what?
¿Es clown?
No, no, no. La frase dice, siempre tomo las escaleras. Entonces, una persona que dice, yo siempre tomo las escaleras, ¿a qué le tendrá miedo? Bueno, a lo mejor le da miedo que salga un payaso en el elevador, ¿no?
Ok. Ya. El F.
Sorry? Can you repeat?
El clown, el F cuando está el payaso.
A ver, la oración que leíste dice, I always take the stairs. Siempre tomo las escaleras. Una persona que siempre sube las escaleras, ¿a qué le tendrá miedo? Look at the pictures now. Aquí no se puedes ver las fotos. El mismo vocabulario que vimos es el que estamos haciendo aquí en los ejercicios.
Por eso le digo que es el F, el del payaso, porque es la única imagen que podría quedar, ¿no? La que comentó usted, pero no sé decírsela en inglés.
But why? ¿Pero por qué? El number 4 que leíste, siempre tomo las escaleras. No entiendo la relación con los payasos.
Por eso, pues se supone que sube las escaleras y no, no le tiene, o no le tienes miedo a nada, ¿no?
Can you repeat? ¿Cómo?
Es que le digo que se supone que si subes las escaleras, no le tienes miedo a nada, salvo que en todo caso de las imágenes que están, solo sería el que sobra es como el del payaso. O el C, el de la oscuridad.
Or what about H, elevators? Si siempre tomo las escaleras es porque le tengo miedo a los elevadores, ¿cierto?
Ok.
Yes. I always take the stairs. Siempre tomo las escaleras. Why? Because I'm afraid of elevators. Yes?
Yes.
Makes sense, right? Yeah. Now it could be, right? Que se le aparezca un payaso en el elevador y nos dé miedo eso, ¿no? Imagine someone who has different phobias. Imagínense con múltiples fobias, con miedo a los payasos, con miedo a los elevadores, con miedo a la oscuridad, con miedo a las arañas y que se aparezca todo en uno. Would be really, really creepy, right? Bueno, entonces dijimos, I will stay the stairs. We're talking about a fear of elevators. Yeah. Muy bien. Please, Fernanda, can you help me read number 5?
I sleep with a light on every night. No sé cómo se dice oscuridad. Dark.
Dark. Yeah, dark. The dark. Okay, darkness es la oscuridad, ¿no? Dark, pero darkness, darkness y dark también se puede utilizar como un sustantivo. Cuando dices the dark or the darkness, means the same, ¿ya? Sobre todo para cuando hablamos de la oscuridad, miedo a la oscuridad, puedes decir the dark. I'm afraid of the dark. Okay, very well. Entonces, alguien que siempre duerme con la luz encendida tiene miedo a la oscuridad. Please, Oscar, number 6.
Okay, number 6. I prefer to travel by train or car than by plane. His fear of flying.
Very well. Fear of flying. Esto es aerofobia, así como aeropuerto, así. Airport, bueno, relacionado a la miedo a volar, es la aerofobia. Fear of flying, miedo a volar. Number 7, please. Money.
7. I hate it when flies into my face. I don't care how small it is. I always jump.
Very well. Siempre me da miedo cuando uno vuela hacia mi cara. No
The
importa
birds.
cuán pequeño sea. What do you think?
The birds. Oh.
Ok, ya utilizamos birds.
Insect.
Insects. Yes, exactly, los insectos. Yeah. Mosquitoes, right? Well, I would be afraid. Aquí hay muchos casos de dengue. Many friends have gotten dengue. I'm afraid too. Finally, it says, I'm terrified when I'm out in the woods. I carry a stick and watch the grass for them. Siempre tengo miedo cuando voy al bosque y cargo un palo conmigo para revisar el pasto. What do you think we are talking about? What do you think, guys, we're talking about? Pigs? I don't think so.
No, me equivoqué.
Okay. So we're talking about the snakes, right?
Snakes.
Very well. All right. Very well. So please tell us on the chat, on WhatsApp for homework, what are you afraid of? And tell us something you did that made you afraid of at that moment. Por ejemplo, van a decir, yo tengo miedo a esto. Y vas a dar un ejemplo en el que, bueno, sucedió algo y tenías ese miedo. I'm going to give you an example on WhatsApp and you write your own example too. So thank you guys for joining. Take care and have a good weekend. Goodbye.
You too, teacher. Thank
See
you.
you.